Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading. Be aware parts may or may not resonate. Just take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning that if you are watching it at this time, then the time is perfect for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on back then in your life? That may give you further clarity as to your situation now. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we do have the world. So the world represents the 21st card in the major arcana. It's the last card, and the world represents the Fool. Hi Stella, that's my little cat. She's come here to purr for us. All right, be good girl. So the world, the Fool begins his journey at the 0 point and goes through 21 cards basically. Sometimes not all of them, but by the time when the 21st card shows up, it means, okay, you've done everything you can with this cycle, and it's time to end it and begin another. And so the world is talking about having reached an achievement and getting ready to move forward in a new way for a new shift. Here we have it, 6 of Pentacles. So it appears that you have 6 Pentacles here. This is talking about the give and take in life. Pentacles represent your health, your wealth, and your happiness. This is about lifestyle, basically. Money is a big part of lifestyle. Of course, you have to have money to have a good lifestyle in the 3D. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want to live. This card is talking about learning how to, the give and take of life, basically. So how much time, money, and energy are you going to invest in a people, place, or project? And then what is what do you anticipate the return being? And so this is about the give and take in life. This person is receiving coins from him because he can see that this person could use it and will use it wisely. Whereas this person is receiving nothing. The scales of justice are hung above his head. If you notice, he has something in his pocket here. So he's a bit of a grifter, this fella. And this man is saying, I will give to you, but I will not give to you. Get up off your lazy butt and go back to work. That's the kind of energy we're getting here. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a divine gift from the universe collaborating with God to bring someone into your life that you actually love and that actually loves you. And this is talking about an endless love. We've got the dove here representing peace, peace of mind, peace in your heart. And it's overflowing. It's like a fountain that just keeps running. And you notice the lilies growing here. This represents maybe you've been through a bit of a challenging time, and you know, out of the mud grows sometimes the most beautiful flowers. So this is saying the confusion is over. And there's the universe is conspiring to send you the perfect partner to empower you. We have the rebel with a cause coming through here. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, it represents the element of fire. This is, made of wood, and it represents the tree. So there's the trees have very deep roots representing ancestors, and the offshoots represent the branches of our descendants. So this is talking about the Knight of Wands. You see he's got this big plume on the back of his head. This is representing, saying that he has a fiery character and maybe has a bit of a temper, a bit hot-headed, but he has learned to rein in his emotions. The horse represents the emotions, and he is, someone who is very passionate about life in general. Excuse me. My cat's mad at me that I sneezed. She was having a nice little purr here. She had happy feet until I sneezed, and then she's like, what are you doing? You woke me up almost. Woke her out of her, you know how cats are when they get the happy feet and they start purring? and they just can't control that. It sends such a high vibration out of healing that so she's really going out. She likes this reading. So the Knight of Wands is like these mysteries at the bottom of the card here. These pyramids represent the mysteries in the universe and in the world, and wanting to explore those and being passionate and excited about life moving forward. Whoops, the hangman got put upside down. I mean, literally. So here we have the hangman, and he's hanging from the tree of knowledge because he's not quite sure which direction to go in. So he is waiting to receive knowledge by looking at whatever he's working on from a bunch of different perspectives. And this one is upside down. And so once he has enlightenment, his head lights up like this, and it's like, oh, okay, I know exactly how I'm going to approach this. And then that's when he comes down and he takes action. So we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is talking about having a strong foundation for success here. We have, this is actually the 3 stages of making money. We have safe money, where you're not really willing to take too much of a risk with it. You need it, for your foundation. We have going after your heart's desires, and then your crowning glory. Your crowning glory would be when you're on your destined path and you're at the ultimate of it, like you're really stepped into your destiny and what you were put on earth to do. You'll notice that this person is, his back is facing the city. This represents an energy of having to leave your comfort zone to be able to expand in the pentacle area. And this is talking about, sometimes having the back to the city can mean you're getting ready to move. Perhaps you live in a really small town or a more rural area and you want to go to New York or somewhere like that because there's more opportunities for you. And so this card can say, don't play small at this time because you could miss out on opportunities. But it's also saying at the same time, make sure you do your research and, that you don't sell yourself short, basically. Make sure that you know what you're getting into and have all the information you need so that you can really expand in a real fun, in a more enjoyable way. We have the King or the Knight of Cups coming in. So the Knight of Cups is sitting right on this, and the Rebel with a cause. So this is talking about this cup coming in with a lot of passion. So you have your eye on someone and want to deliver a cup of love. The cup of love represents an energy of, romance for sure. If you think about the Knight in shining armor, the Knight in shining armor is, well put together. This is the knight that we read about in romance novels and, that is featured in movies. And so he's coming in with a cup of love, and he's sure of what, he's not in a hurry. He's just very determined to deliver this cup of love. And this energy is sitting right on the Ace of Cups, so it's divinely guided, and there's a lot of passion involved in this. The knights would work for the king and queen, and they would deliver messages far and wide. In the old days, the only way that they could deliver messages far and wide was, by horse, basically, or maybe by camel. And so the knight would deliver the message, and then he'd have to wait for the answer and then come all the way back. These days we have instant communication. So this could represent a letter coming in the mail. It could be a phone call, a text message. It could be something you see in a social media post, or someone maybe messages you there. You go to an event, you meet someone. This also can trickle down from the news, that what's prominent at the top of the news quite often will give you information about what's happening to the average person in everyday life. So we have, this is a proposal of marriage. This card is talking about marriage. It's talking about making a major commitment. If you're not, sometimes the cup can represent something you love to do or something you love to be. So it can be about your career as well, and making a commitment possibly in a partnership with someone else to, financially float it, basically. but more often than not, this card does represent wanting to propose to someone about marriage. This is the card of fulfillment. Basically, this card is saying you've reached a huge achievement here. You know, this is the beginning of fulfillment. I'll explain what I mean by that. Like, you have, if you look at it from this perspective, you have the down payment for your castle, but you're still going to have to make the mortgage payments. You've proposed, and the person said yes, or the person proposed to you and you said yes, and now you're planning the wedding. And when the wedding is over, then you will have to put the energy into your marriage. Now, this energy, energy of the marriage, sometimes people put more effort into the wedding than they do into the actual relationship. So this is saying, don't make that mistake. All right, and then we have the 10 of Swords. So, okay, so this is talking about some sort of sabotage. I mean, real bad sabotage. This is talking like, you know, 10 swords in the back, you know, backstabbing energy. Person is down for the count. This is a position, when you look at him, you would almost think he's unalived himself, but in actual fact, or, you know, has been unalived. And in actual fact, this is someone who has his hand in the form of blessing, just like the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is responsible for bringing justice into existence in the 3D realm, as well as on the spiritual level. So this represents someone that has been, you know, this is a lot of energy has been put into this. Like, the swords represent thoughts and, you know, planning and mental intelligence, basically. So this is talking about, it could be lengthwise, like over a decade or several decades of this energy of being sabotaged. Someone could have put, you know, one person could have done 10 very, one step after the other, consecutive steps to take this person down. Or it could even represent, you know, 10 people or even 10 groups of people. So this is talking about a collaborated effort, well thought out, to have this person in this position. So he's looking off into the distant horizon here, and definitely this is a card of transition for sure. So let's see what's going on here, because it's right on this energy here with the love we have, but this is divinely guided. So this could be saying, okay, so here's the Temperance card. The Temperance card represents an energy of, you know, putting your own special alchemy into a situation. So this is talking about your destined path, and this is your path of glory, and you notice it's right on here. And so this is saying, I get it now, okay, so this is saying that you've been sabotaged because you've been on your path of glory here, and it's cost you, like, 6 of Pentacles is like, you know, it's an like, you know, 6 out of 10 pentacles. And so it's a strong foundation, but it's not like woohoo kind of energy. And I feel like the universe is saying, like, you've been, this is representing someone who has been devoted to their spiritual path as well as their 3D, you know, goals. And so this is called the path of glory here. And when you are going after your crowning glory, it means that you need more resources to be able to complete your project, or to be able to bring this fulfillment all the way to like 10 of Wands kind of energy, you know, like the full amount. And so this is talking about this angel. It has their foot in the universal waters, and this is representing action, the right foot. And they are alchemizing, they're putting their own special abilities and pouring that into this water, and then pouring that out onto the land here. And they have their foot grounded, their left foot is grounded in land. That's about creativity and, you know, your intuition. And you notice some beautiful flowers are growing right where her foot is. So the angel, a lot of people feel that this is an earth angel card, and that, you know, in the Bible it says that God sends down 144,000 angels. and in human form so that they can improve the world and bring beauty to it. This, I feel this energy is saying that you were sabotaged, and because you are on your divine path, which made it way more challenging. And it's been saying you've been going it alone. And now the universe and God are conspiring to send someone in to empower you, so that you've been patiently waiting for something to change, to shift, so that you're not in this energy, because you've been in this could represent that you've been in this energy for about a decade now. And it's, you know, like being in isolation and not being able to fulfill your destined path. And really, the energy here is just talking that you probably were ahead of your time, and that you have to wait 10 years, so you may as well do something. It's that kind of energy. And then we have the Chariot, but now it's time. And this is very interesting energy, because when the Chariot comes in, it means that it's already spinning. It's in the realms. And I just feel you were before your time. That's the energy here. And we have, like, when you're on your destined path, the Chariot comes in, and the Chariot's like a tank. Tung, 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 tung. It'll run over everything to get you to where you need to go. There's no obstacle that could be thrown in your way to stop you. The timing is correct now. Perhaps in the past, maybe, I'm getting it's been a decade, it's at least a decade ago. Maybe plus 14 years, something like that. Maybe even 20, because it's just adding up here. But the thing is about this card, this can represent law and order also, like the black and whites of the police cars. So, you know, they used to, in the old days, they'd call them the black and whites, because like the sheriff's cars, right? And so they can represent law and order with the police, because this is like basically a lot of effort put in to take someone down, and that's illegal. And then there's another card here representing justice. What else was I thinking I wanted to talk about? This card and law and order coming in. I guess that's it for this one. An end of a cycle, though, for sure. So I'm going to clarify this for those of you who want clarification, but first I'm going to just talk from the bottom going up and back down again. So this is talking about the energy of, you know, the give and take in life. This can be marriage, and it can also be commitment, partnerships, etc., to get your business done. This is being calculated sabotage to stop you from being on your destined path. Somehow you've managed to do that. You've had to be very patient and wait. The universe is sending you in something now, so that you can reach your crown and glory. This is representing the universe is going to collaborate with God to make sure that you have every resource you need to be able to, and the major one of that is having a loving partner that actually supports what you're doing, and that you support them in what they're doing. You're destined to meet at some point to do exactly this. And then this is talking about you'll be able to see things from a new perspective, which opens up a whole new world to you. And this is a never-ending love with a lot of passion. And sometimes this card can represent an apology. Now, but I don't feel like this is someone that you know, or if you know, you might know them or of them, but it's not someone that you have had a relationship with before. Definitely, I don't get that energy. Not someone that was involved in this. If it's an apology, it might be because it took them longer to get there than you expected. But, you know, I keep getting this energy of that you arrived, and you're in the energy that you were supposed to be in 10 years later, basically. You were ahead of your time. All right, so here we go. We're going to clarify this. If you're leaving off here, because, oh, yeah, I totally get this. I know what this is about. Thank you for your time and energy. And give it a like and a comment. If you've received value, consider subscribing. You're more than welcome. Also, I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, Tails from the Vector. And I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I started this oracle in 2007, and I did the 64th painting. I completed it at the end of 2020. There's some really big paintings, like 3 feet by 4 feet paintings of dragons with a lot of detail. And I've been working on this. I now have, I have the painting part aced. I have a lot of information written, but now I want to make sure how the cards work when they're put into real live action. And so in the description box below, the numbers on these cards represent the energy, the way the cards are listed in my gallery on my website. So I'll have all the information below. I will put them in the order they come here so you know which ones to look for. All right, here we go. So we have Judgment coming in. So this is Judgment is on the world. So this is actually God's judgment. This card represents, this is a beautiful pink and green dragon, and she's from the Pleiades, and she represents the cosmic heart chakra. And so this is all about the cosmic heart energy. And it's just saying, like, really, you can be in judgment of yourself and of your actions, etc. And you can also be in judgment of actions, but it would be very hard to judge another human being because you don't really know what they've been through, whereas God does. And so this is the ultimate judgment coming from the spiritual realm down to earth to free you of this energy so you can be on your destined path with ease and enjoy the journey. Apparently it's been very challenging for you. And you've been, for a long time. And this is saying, okay, now it's time to have some ease in your journey. We have Virgo energy coming in. And so this is about communication. So there, when this is talking about an energy, possibly on your journey, you have felt like the communication is off at times. You're trying to contribute your own special quality and people are criticizing it maybe. Virgo energy represents, the Virgo energy, I just want to mention this. When I bring horoscope signs, when they show up in my readings, and it's a general collective reading like this, I'm not talking about an individual, although that could be true in your case. What I'm talking about is the energy, the state of being of that sign. So we all have a little bit of every sign in us, and we can learn from the other signs that are strong in a certain way. And so the Virgo energy is, if you think about the stage of life, it would be like a young adult just receiving their degree in, from university, or receiving their ticket if it's a trade, that kind of energy, ready to move forward and, be qualified at whatever it is that they've chosen for their profession. And this is anal criticism versus analytical critique. So it's saying don't be too hard on yourself and don't be too hard on others. Make sure you understand the energy before you make a judgment over other people or a situation. So the Empress energy is talking about someone who is like a magnet for attracting energy. She has all four the qualities of all 4 of the queens from the Minor Arcana rolled into one person. And she is is known for being able to attract, like a magnet, possibilities. So she's quite often referred to as being pregnant with possibilities. And this card can also represent the energy of the energy of pregnancy. And what's interesting, in my oracle, the very first dragon that appeared in my mind to be drawn, the one that said you're doing 64 of us. I was like, whoa, I've never painted a dragon before. I don't know what the Intergalactic Federation of Light is, but this was a beautiful dragon. She has a spine made out of crystals, and she's holding crystal in her claws, I guess you would say. And she was just absolutely beautiful golden dragon. And that was the very first one, Angers, the Crystal Queen. And, that's when I really learned about my love of crystals, about learning about crystal energy. Took several courses on that. And have, you know, studied crystals for years and the energies of the healing qualities and also just the beauty of having them. I consider them like my plants. They don't have to be watered. The cat can't eat them. Well, she could, but she just plays with them basically. So dissemination of information. Elephant, what elephant? So there's an elephant in the room, and you know there's an elephant in the room, but you don't want to see it, so you don't. And so dissemination of information is when it's kind of garbled. And, you know, Virgo energy is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is infamous for going into retrograde and causing technological and communication problems. And it usually happens for 3-week periods, 2 or 3 times a year, depending on the year. So this is talking about a good time to go look inward, slow down a little bit, make sure you're like the hangman, making sure that the information you have is accurate and that you're using it in an accurate way. If you didn't know, you're a star. And actually, this card, the Innocence, this is a dragon, and she is the pearl of wisdom that Ange is holding, because this is the daughter of Ange. And she is like out by the ocean, and there's pearls everywhere. And this is talking about the pearl of wisdom, and about innocence, and how when you start out as a star, like you maybe haven't figured out how to get your message across 100%. That's basically the energy. And then as you mature, you'll be able to figure it out. And so it can be challenging when you're dealing with that kind of energy, and it's your destined path, but you don't know, you can't figure out what it is as of yet. Sagittarius energy. So this definitely does represent this energy here. Sagittarius is about expansion rather than contraction of energy. And it's about, you know, expanding your horizons, adding to your life, like marriage would. Love, adding love to your life. And this is talking about, Sagittarius energy is ruled by Jupiter, and it's about being lucky, kind of happy-go-lucky energy. Also, in the Milky Way, there's a black hole that is like the heart, considered the heart of the Milky Way. And so this is the heartbeat, the cosmic heartbeat, and that's what this card here represents. So this judgment, this chariot is actually coming from the spin of the cosmic heart, and this was meant to happen, and it will happen. That's why it's a never-ending love. Basically, it was destined before, you know, the Empress, the Crystal Queen, Ange, she laid the eggs for all around the world for centuries. She laid eggs that turned into the veins of the minerals all across the earth. But she really just wanted a baby. And then finally, when she had completed her mission of laying all the eggs for the minerals on Earth, then that's when she had the pearl of wisdom. That's the story behind them. And so we have this energy of Aries coming in. And this is talking about, Aries is the very first sign in the horoscope. So it's the brand new infant baby that Ange always wanted. And this was her reward, having this beautiful child, and that she had always wanted. And this is talking about moving forward in a brand new way, brand new energy, embracing the new. That's the energy that this reading represents, starting on a brand new journey and having everything you need to do so, that it's destined for you. And perhaps if before you were having difficulty, it was because you were probably a good decade before your time. So you had some learning to do before you could get to this energy. The Empress becomes the Empress because of life experience, you know, and sometimes you can't rush that. All right, do give this a like and comment if you've enjoyed the reading. Subscribe if you resonate. I would be honored if you did so. And I will be back with another reading about random shift sometime soon. Bye for now.